Okay, who's starting? You have an idea who's going to start? Okay, and you have a good handle on your introduction? Is everybody in a position where they can move in and out easily without causing disruption? Yes? Okay, remember you don't have to go back to the seat where you began if it's not available. Just go back to any seat. Last call is at 8:35, which means after 8:35, there is no movement. That is our conclusion group. Okay? All right, as soon as you guys are ready, you can start.
Go, Kenny.
In the satiric videos presented by Stephen Colbert, he brings attention to how society has become very narrow-minded. Like examples are, he talks about topics like stereotypes, inequality, political issues, and the problems with our education.
So from that, I have a question. Did the prior knowledge of some of these political situations help understand the videos?
I personally think that it has like a really big impact on everything else, because if not, people run to their opinion first of all instead of actual like evidence and facts that they have, such as like in the Supreme Court affirmative action ruling, how like he talks about, it's basically talking about how colleges ask for your ethnicity and things such as that in order to be like admitted in like scholarships and all that, and people are disagreeing with that and saying that if we're all equal, then why does race or ethnicity have to matter with that? And he does mention a lot that a lot of like so to say like white people, they're the ones giving majority of their opinion, not the actual like foreign or
Minorities.
Yeah, minorities.
I agree with that because that showed in the Wikiality, that's how you say it, right? That video, because like I'm pretty sure majority of the nation use Wikipedia when they're looking for something, and if like that's more effective to them, and they can like use his opinion and base it off theirs because it's popular within the nation. They have prior knowledge with it and experience with use of it.
You're always told not to use Wikipedia because it can be edited. It's a place to be edited with constant information or garbage. So you should really use that as a reliable source.
And again, like with Wikiality, you don't have prior knowledge. You don't know what's like. He was saying things that were fake facts, but you wouldn't know that because like if you don't know what like Wikipedia is and that most of it is fake, you would think what he was saying was true without prior knowledge.
Right, and I think without prior knowledge, you can't get a lot of the inside jokes that they have. It's a lot of underlining jokes that you probably wouldn't be able to catch on to if you didn't know anything about the subject at hand. So.
Yeah, and I can say that because with the Easy A video, for example, I don't really know much about the No Child Left Behind program. So when he was making all those jokes about, let's see if he can go up and take a pencil spin from the ceilings, I didn't really understand.
Everybody kind of like cracking up.
Yeah.
How do you think that presenting coerced persona, this conservative, can actually portray the people it's making fun of? It's a very effective way of pointing out what's wrong with politics and social.
Like, I took out of that, like, there's a lot of fear of, like, how Americans are going to different things in politics. There's a lot of people that take it different ways. For example, in the Career for All, like, part 1 and part 2, how he brought all of his fears in one place, and he was describing, okay, there's, like, just to prove the other, and there's no force field here from here to separate me and you. And then he was asking them the questions about that. I noticed that each one of them had their own relations about a Mexican guy, a robot with the Asian, a grizzly color, a Muslim guy, a gay guy. So he was there saying that he was there with his fears. And then there's a lot more people that are afraid of those fears that have a lot more common. And then what I found interesting that he was bringing out the main points of each fear that he had for like Mexican guys. He asked the Mexican guy what is that there were majority of them were taking their jobs, and the gay guy that how they got his own interaction was there. And then he was basically asking them the questions about some Americans have against them, but necessarily through politics they don't actually say anything. It's just like, well, the way you present yourself is the way people see yourself as that.
Not only that, I found that it's not the video part 1 and part 2, that it's very stereotypical. Like the way he was saying stereotypical and sarcastic. I don't know if anybody caught that, but like when he goes like, oh, do Mexicans have feelings? And then he goes like, he asks the Arab guy, he goes like, well, I know that Arab guy, like them, like they feel a lot of anger, like, you know, like very stereotypical and really not opening himself to know the opinion of the real person.
Yeah,
Going off of what he was saying, I have a question. So how would you describe the stereotypes displayed in the fear clips and how American public views the morals and the culture of those other races?
Well, I view the stereotypes as, well, those fears that they mentioned was more fears of conservatives, and all the things he was saying were things that many conservative politicians will use to justify them maybe not giving Mexicans citizenship or things like that. So all of that, all the stereotypes and things he was saying is actually portraying strong conservatives, and just kind of making fun of them by exaggerating their stereotypes.
Yeah.
So.
Also kind of caught too was that onto like the Coca-Cola diverse commercial. Like when I went back and I finished the video, I went back on YouTube and I went back to the Coca-Cola video to see the whole video and to see the understanding. Like I could see why a lot of people felt like, I could say, discriminated, didn't really like the video because it started with America the Beautiful in the English language, then it translated. So like I know that people within were kind of confused because they weren't able to recognize their own language, because first of all, we would have thought America the Beautiful is like within our own country, and we shouldn't like have it in different languages because it doesn't like really pertain to America, even though Coca-Cola is like Coca-Cola